Ever wondered why your tech project's budget feels like a game of Jenga sometimes? It's wobbling and toppling, and suddenly your budget triples what you had expected. Well, it's not just bad luck. It's also about those invisible icebergs that suddenly show up beneath your financial ship. In this video, we're going to talk about and cover all those leaks that keep your CFO up at night, and we will go through step by step how to plug and fix each of them. Hi, I'm Edna. Welcome to my channel. I help software professionals grow their skills and become more productive by using AI powered tools and workflows. I've been in tech for over a decade now, and I've experienced it all: the promotions, the layoff, and also burnout. And all of it together made me rethink everything. I never forget that morning when I realized I had lost access to my account. And I was just sitting there thinking, oh, I may have finally broken VPN because I have too many tabs open on my Chrome browser. But then all these Slack messages started coming in, and I realized I was laid off. That moment made me see my career from a different lens and inspired me to create this space for real talk and real growth. I publish videos every week, so make sure to hit that subscribe button so you won't miss out. Let's start with scope creep, the silent disaster of every project. It's like you're planning a trip to go to the park, but you're suddenly realizing you're booking a whole trip to safari. It's all those one more thing feature requests that slowly snowball into all these delays and budget increases. It's like you keep adding toppings to your slices of pizza, and then you suddenly realize you can't even lift a slice of pizza to eat it. It looks delicious, but man, it's gonna be disastrous to eat. I don't know if you remember, but Sydney Opera House. That initially was estimated to only cost 7 million to build, and at the end, it ended up costing $100 million. Yes, all because of those small change requests that kept coming in. Scott Allen once said, "A creative project is a moving target. You never end up where you start." So, how do you fight back the scope creep? Here's a simple framework that I personally use in every project, and it has been successful. One, every new request that comes in, I add it to our backlog. Then I work with whoever I need to with my team to add a cost tag to it. It could be effort in terms of story points or hours, time, or even dollar amount. Then at the sprint planning time or shortly after, I meet with all of my stakeholders and I just make them choose which feature or request needs to get swapped out if they want that to stay in. This way, all those invisible leaks we talked earlier, they get turned into visible decisions. If you've liked this video so far, I would really appreciate it if you like, comment, share it. And also, if you haven't subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button on my channel. It really helps the channel to grow, but also to show this content to others who might find it helpful. And in return, I promise if you make a comment, I will respond to your comment. But also, here's a cute picture of my dog, Kaden. All right, let's continue, shall we? Oh, and make sure to stick around until the end because I owe you a nerdy joke. All right, let's talk about the next topic: technical debt. It's those innocent shortcuts you take in order to release a feature faster, but then you pay for it tenfold later on. It's like, you ask your plumber to finish the kitchen plumbing faster, so he uses cardboard, pipes instead of the copper ones. And then, near future, you wake up one day and your kitchen is flooded at 2 a.m. That's because of what happened. And now you have to call emergency help for that at 2 a.m. It's crazy. Did you know that Google engineers routinely allocate time to do refactoring of their code and also reduce their tech debt, even if they're working on new feature and it slows them down? Because they know at the end, over a long period of time, it increases their velocity. Former VP of engineering at Twitter once said that they had so much technical debt that making a small change in their code was like you operate open heart surgery with gardening tools. Gosh. So, what do you do? How do you tackle this problem? Here's a very simple framework: the rule of 70-20-10. Spend 70% of your sprint time on delivering value and implementing features, 20% on reducing tech debt and testing, and 10% on experimentation. Because tech debt should be treated like real debt, because compound interest works against you. Ever played the game of telephone? That's what a project feels like when stakeholders are not aligned. Feature X could mean one thing to the CEO and another to the backend dev who's implementing it. All of these misalignment causes a lot of rework and frustration, which basically adds delays and also increases cost at the end. I personally have experienced that and it's awful. It's like when you have two different teams building different halves of a bridge from each side of the river. By the time they get into the middle, they are very misaligned, and that's not good. Another example is a real world example is a client asked a team of devs to create a very simple app for dog walkers. They went on and delivered an Uber like app, very sophisticated, but the client really just wanted a calendar. Guess what? Unfortunately, 6 months wasted and lots of money. Steve Jobs once said, "You've got to start with the customer experience and work back towards the technology." Misalignment happens when we reverse that. So, how do you tackle this problem? I recommend that you schedule a 15-minute alignment rituals weekly with your stakeholders and prepare and present the answer to these three questions. One, what are we building? Two, why are we building it? And three, how will we measure it? This makes sure that whatever we're building, it's going to deliver value. This tiny rhythm eliminates expensive misunderstandings. And finally, decision paralysis. It's the cycle of endless meetings. And wait, one more thing to research. This is the reason why projects stall and progress evaporates, like your coffee does on a Monday morning. It's like going to an ice cream shop that has 300 different flavors. I'm sure there's one of those somewhere. And you sample each one of them and end up leaving the ice cream shop with nothing. What a waste of time. Real world example of this is BlackBerry when they missed the smartphone revolution because they were stuck in endless meetings, afraid to ditch the keyboards for touchscreen. Jim Highsmith once said, "If your organization can't make the hard decisions, success is unlikely." So, how do you go from analysis paralysis to making a decision? One of the simple frameworks is called DAISY. D stands for driver, the person who ensures the work moves forward and deadlines are met. A stands for approver, the person with final authority to make the decision. C stands for contributors, the people who provide input, expertise, or recommendations. And I stands for informed, the people who need to be updated on progress and outcomes. If you like this video, I would really appreciate it if you hit that like button, comment on it, and also share it. And if you haven't subscribed already to my channel, please go ahead and do that now. I would really appreciate it. It helps the channel to grow, but also to show this content to others who might find it helpful. And now I leave you like I always do, with a joke, because life is too short not to laugh. Scope creep is like free snacks at work. One is fine, but suddenly you realize you've eaten your whole budget.